Hey guys, I've got a new room. I've just moved out, so that's why I haven't been uploading for the last month, but I'm back. The wall is very empty. We're gonna do something about that soon. Do not worry. It's gonna be the vibe zone in here very soon again, okay? But today we are looking at Married at First Sight Australia. Now, I haven't really watched Married at First Sight in any other season. I've never really tuned into it, never really been interested, but I've heard a few things about this season, most notoriously about the guys on this season. And it kind of sparked my interest, and boy oh boy, do we have some entertainment for you guys today. It seems like the guys on this season of Married at First Sight were auditioning for Love on the Spectrum, because I've genuinely never watched a show before and thought to myself, this has to be rage bait. This cannot be real life. Just because the way that some of the husbands act on this season of MAFS makes me look like Muhammad Ali. I mean, the Dalai Lama. After every episode I watch of MAFS on this season, I literally get like post-nut clarity as soon as I finish watching an episode. But then I also want to watch another episode because I just can't stop watching because it's so entertaining. It's so good. But if you haven't seen Married at First Sight before, the premise is exactly that. There's people who get married at first sight and their families come to the weddings, and it's just really entertaining television. But as I said, we're focusing on the men of Married at First Sight of this season because I genuinely cannot believe how these man-sized babies act or like function in the real world or like have real jobs or like haven't been arrested for domestic violence yet. So there are 4 guys on this season of Married at First Sight that we're really going to be focusing and dialing in on today and kind of just like goofing on them. And the guys we're going to be focusing on are Ryan, Tim, Elliot, and Adrian. So we're going to be looking at their intro tapes and then watching some of this season just to like get a real glimpse of, you know, how these guys act. And it's actually mind-blowing from what I've seen. So we're going to get started with the highlight reel of Ryan from MAFS and his like, you know, intro tape. Ryan, in my opinion, for what I've seen, isn't such a bad guy. He's just like clueless. And it feels like he's just been really inspired by like Andrew Tate and those male masculinity self-help books, which is just never really a good sign. So let's get into Ryan's intro to MAFS, all right? Just to, you know, see who we're working with.
Where have all the warriors gone? Where have all the philosophers gone? Where have all the poets gone? Where are all the knights gone? Men without these roles have lost their way.
Do you see what I mean? Like, do you see what I mean? It looks like it's the opening clip to a samurai movie. Where have all the warriors gone? Where have all the philosophers gone? Okay, fucking Harry Potter.
So I consider myself a bit of a modern hybrid, really. I have a warrior's mentality and modern self-awareness.
A warrior's mentality and modern self-awareness. What does that even mean?
When I first walk into a room, my presence is something special and clearly something that people gravitate towards.
How can you be a 30-something-year-old man and still be wearing Bonds undies? That's just not on, mate. You can't be buying 5-pack Bonds undies when you're like over 30. Tell your nan, get you something else at Christmas.
Because like I keep myself in really good shape. I'm just someone who looks like he has the ability to perform athletically. I really value vitality. I'm going to live to 110 easily.
Is that what they taught you in the self-help books, mate? I don't even know if I'd want to live to 110, to be honest with you.
But there's a lot more to me than just pure physicality. I'm a project manager.
See, I was going to say that. I thought when I looked at him, there's a lot more to him than like pure physicality. And then he said he's a project manager. And now I'm like, that makes a lot of sense. That's what I was thinking. I look at Ryan, I think pure physicality, 1, project manager, 2.
I've had to forge my own career. I've handled multi-million-dollar contracts, made presentations in front of boards of directors. There's men like me, successful, strong, like handsome dudes who have good careers and good self-awareness and whatnot. They're struggling to find a partner.
Yeah, I look around when I'm doing my project managing and, you know, signing these contracts, and I look around and I think, wow, these guys are just all really handsome. He's just talking about himself at this point. He's not even talking about anyone else. He's talking about himself as a third person.
Yeah, so I suffered a bit of mistreatment throughout high school.
Bullying and stuff.
Yeah, definitely. And I was the trumpet playing, glasses wearing, Harry Potter bowl cut.
So he got bullied for playing the trumpet and having a bowl cut. I mean, that's fair play. I probably would have bullied him too.
I started doing boxing, and that's where I picked up my love for gym. And that's when I realized I had that warrior mentality.
Dana White, where is he? Where's Dana? Get this man in the UFC. By the way, that's what every man says when he goes to a breakup. Like, yeah, I started boxing, you know. Didn't really want to mess up his pretty face, but he's got a warrior's mentality. He's decided I need to get in the ring. And that's why he's going on a show to have an organized marriage. Where have all the warriors gone? So a bit more about Ryan. I think you can't be a fan of Andrew Tate and have a good sense of humor 100% of the time. And this is really reflected on how he acts on the show. So if we go to have a bit more of a look at Ryan, he's made one of the most shocking comments they've ever heard on MAFS, right? He's talking about his partner at the time on MAFS and saying like his partner Jackie has like these crazy eyes. She is a bit like, you know, she's a bit full on. But when asked about his relationship, this is what he says when he's interviewed about his relationship. It was so shocking that it made the news. It made morning news.
It didn't go the way either of us wanted, but we I've got to say, like, she gives awesome. I'm just gonna say like that.
Let's go. And that got on Australian morning news. How good's that? That's why I love this country. The reaction from him compared to everyone else is so funny to me because, you know, as soon as he said that, he's like, oh, the guy's gonna love this one. They're gonna crack up. They're gonna lose their shit. He's ready to dab up everyone and they're all just like, holy shit, mate. No, you can't be saying that. I don't know if they were either just like in pure shock or admiration from the nuts on him to say that sort of thing. The lack of sense of humor of Ryan really shows in one of the earliest episodes of MAFS when he's literally at the wedding with like both families and stuff and they're having their first dance and Ryan drops Jackie, his newlywed wife, when they're having the first dance. So he drops her on the first dance and then like, mate, that ruined him. Like he kept he's like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It's so embarrassing.
I'm sorry.
If he just played it off like it was funny, I reckon that's like way better. Can't be a fan of Andrew Tate and have a sense of humor. You just can't. You can't have both. Next on the highlight reel of Ryan, we have a scene where all of the husbands had a task of like, they had to rank all the other wives on who they find the most attractive, right? This is like, the producers are so good at their job, man. But it's a pretty easy thing, you know? All you have to do is just put Jackie at the top, put your wife at the top, and it just makes yourself, you know, it just makes things a little easier for yourself, you know? That's all you have to do. So if you're thinking, oh, like, he put her second, didn't he? Oh, yeah, he's an absolute wanker. He's definitely put her second. No, he's not like that. No, he wouldn't put her second. He ranked her third. Gotta respect that, honestly. To be fair, he has a warrior's mentality, and it definitely shows.
I'm gonna be 100% honest.
Everyone knows that you should always put your wife first. And so if he doesn't put me first, it would be really disappointing.
I'll put you third.
I'm gonna be 100% honest. Didn't even hesitate, by the way. Gonna put you third.
I probably would have put you two as equally attractive, or maybe her a little bit more attractive.
And then he doubles down and said, no, actually, you're probably fourth. Probably would have put her as more attractive. Keep it digging, mate. Keep it digging.
Yeah, I was always going to be 100% honest, and that's definitely the order I'd put them in.
Yeah, mate. By the look of that face, I reckon she appreciates your honesty too.
Yeah, Sierra to me has a much more attractive face.
Not just doubling down, but tripling down, baby. All right, well, that's Ryan. Starting off very strong here, guys. When you thought it couldn't get any worse, that's just clippings of the hedges. I don't know if that's a real saying. I'm just saying what's coming to mind right now, and that's the first thing that came to mind. Next up, we have a bloke called Tim. Oh man, this one's exciting. So Tim's, just for some context, Tim has already left the show. Him and his wife obviously just didn't really work out. Say hello to Tim. Tim is a primary school teacher, or should I say he was a primary school teacher, because allegedly he doesn't have that job anymore. And you have to wonder, if you work with kids from Australian families, why would you go on a show that Australian families will watch? But apparently Tim has applied to the show 3 times before, so he's really looking for a wife. He's really looking for a wife, and if you've applied 3 times before, mate, you can't be picky. But apparently Tim claims that he wanted a short, blonde, petite woman. But unfortunately for Tim, this isn't Love Island, or Love on the Spectrum for that matter. This is a show with arranged marriages, and you won't really have a choice. That's actually the title of the show that you've applied to 3 times before. It's called Married at First Sight, and not married a 20-year-old petite blonde who I follow on Instagram. But to be fair, he was a PE teacher. And when you find that out, everything starts making a lot more sense. Tim's now using his newfound fame to audition for the role of PE teacher at an all-girls school. I just made that up, but It'd be funny. I went onto Reddit to have a look at what people are saying about Tim, and this photo came up, and someone said it looks like he's drinking his own piss from a jar. And quite frankly, I can't help but agree with them. It does look like he's drinking his own piss from a jar. They also said maybe Tim thought PE teacher stood for pie eating teacher, because PE teachers are supposed to be fit, but that is nothing further from the truth, because my PE teacher in school had a limp and a lazy eye, and then my high school PE teacher was a scary South African rugby player. So if we kind of look at the Venn diagram of those two things, we have something that looks like boobs. Venn diagrams just look like boobs, and that's just funny. I've always thought Venn diagrams look like boobs. But anyways, let's have a look at Tim on MAFS, shall we?
I have found that nice guys finish last, but I'm hoping this person will change that and want the nice guy.
He looks like someone that you'd see in like a British pub. Does that make sense? And that's not even me being mean. I love British pub.
I'm Tim, I'm 38 years old, I'm a PE teacher. I'm ready to be a great husband and a great dad. I don't have like a big preconceived idea of looks.
It sounds like you don't really have a type.
No, I don't have a perceived type, so...
Tim, are you sure?
Yeah, just a natural looking woman.
Like, are you sure, Tim? You don't have to lie.
Looks fade and definitely the personality. Like, you just want that person you can have banter with all the time and that makes you laugh and makes you smile.
Are you sure? Spoiler, we're about to find out that Tim does actually have a type. So here's a clip of Tim getting married to his wife and they're having their first kiss.
You may now share your first kiss.
Well, that can't be good. He's just wiped away the kiss. Imagine getting married, you kiss. I mean, to be fair, I've always had a phobia, and this is from a young age, of kissing my wife in front of their family and in front of my family. I just think that's so embarrassing still. That's just me though, but I wouldn't do that. You may now kiss the bride. All right, okay. Mate, Tim, you can't do that.
What do you think about your bride?
Yeah, I'm not really sure how to feel.
Doesn't sound very open of you, Tim.
What do you mean by that?
I just haven't got that initial spark. What the
Imagine walking off after seeing your bride. Just have the first kiss, wipe it off. Ugh, what the fuck? And this right here is just an all-time classic. Now when Tim doesn't think he's mic'd up, doesn't think the mic's on, which is just dumb. You're always gonna be mic'd up, mate. Have you even seen Love Island? Even one episode? You're always mic'd up. That's number one rule. He's like, I want a short, petite, blonde.
I normally go just short, petite, blonde or brunette. Like,
this is why it pays to be honest. This is why you should always just be honest, guys. Honesty pays, and I live by that.
You don't even know her yet.
I know, but if there's just nothing there, what do you do?
Even the producer's pissed. She's like, come on, mate. You haven't even taken the time to meet her yet.
I'm shattered. I was just like, as soon as I was up there, I was like, it's disappointing.
You can't judge someone straight away from that short amount of time.
Like, I don't want to be here. I'm just like...
Imagine seeing someone and just being like, nah, get me off the show. I want to go home. Just throwing the toys out of the cot straight away. That's what I mean. These guys are man-sized babies, bro. Like, that's so funny. Imagine, I'm going back to Love Island again. I'm doing it. I'm making another Love Island reference. Imagine getting on Love Island. Like, you see the girl that you want, but you don't get first pick. Someone else picks her. You're like, nah, I'm going home. I actually don't want to play anymore. No, I'm going home. Now for the final two boys we're going to talk about. I actually wanted to watch 2 episodes with you guys, just like parts of the episodes, because the last 2 guys I'm going to talk about get featured quite a bit. So the final 2 guys we're going to see is Elliot, and last but definitely not least, Adrian. And I've heard a lot about Adrian, so I'm leaving the best for last. So we're going to quickly look at their intro tapes. So first up, here's Elliot's intro tape.
Friends would definitely describe me as too confident for my own good. I know I'm a catch. I wouldn't even entertain a relationship with someone that I saw as low class, overly loud, super driven, career oriented. She's older, a figure of authority.
First of all, I know I'm a catch. It's a crazy thing to say. Like, I'll give it to him. He's a good looking bloke. And second of all, he said he wouldn't entertain a relationship with someone who is career oriented. Go be Amish or something then, dude. What are you doing in Australia? What are you doing on Married at First Sight, bro? That is just wild, mate. Just from that little bit, we can kind of figure that Elliot's a bit of a knob. But this is Adrian.
Nice and close together, boys.
I have a twin brother and I have 2 identical twin sisters.
There's 2 of them. Thankfully, only one's on the show.
Would I get married at first sight? I'm in a relationship, so
Can't answer that question.
can't answer that.
Can't answer that question. Can't answer. I mean, you could have just said no. Like, No would have been an answer. You would have answered that if you just said no. Would I go my first shot? Michael, can you answer that?
I run my own business. I work in e-commerce. I design and sell sports bags.
Works in e-commerce, designs and sells sports bags. Let's have a look. I want to try and see if I can find these sports bags. Found them. Actually, they look pretty nice. $190 for a duffel bag is a little pricey. At least he's not doing like drop shipping.
I just want a partner to understand me. Someone that's open to doing life with each other. Compassionate and family oriented.
Adrian wants someone who's compassionate and family oriented. I didn't get that last bit, but that's Adrian. Kind of sounds like he mumbles a little bit. But let's get into the show, guys. So we're gonna watch some of episode 16 and some of episode 18. I'm excited. Let's get into it. So just for some context, it starts off with like a little recap, and apparently on a recent episode, Adrian stormed off and like left the show because he didn't get put on a promo. So he just left his wife.
I came back from the publicity shoot and Adrian was gone. The reason he left was ridiculous. I mean, he actually left because he wasn't included in a 30-second promo.
Causing him to storm off set, leave his ring at the apartment, and reveal to Athena in the heated conversations that followed that he's done with the experiment.
So what I say, is this Boss Baby? Is this Boss Baby 3? Man-sized babies, bro. Imagine storming off because you didn't get put on a promo.
I'm not coming back until they give me the promo.
Yeah, but what if you don't get what you want, Adrian?
Then it is what it is. I had a fun time and...
Yeah. So that's Adrian. So we then find out that Adrian, after he left his current wife on the show after not being put in the promo, went to go have dinner with another one of the wives on the show.
Sierra's decided to go on a date with another groom, which was Adrian.
Honestly, you kind of got to respect it. Just the absolute nonchalant, not caring a single bit what anyone thinks. And then we find out that, so Elliot's first marriage didn't work out, but he's been given a second chance and paired with someone else.
With Elliot claiming to have taken on feedback and changed his box-ticking mindset, the experts reluctantly accepted Elliot for a new match.
But his whole demeanor and personality changes. He becomes a whole new man when he finds out that his wife is actually hot this time, or he finds her like really attractive. He becomes a whole new person.
Unbeknownst to them, an unexpected turn of events is unfolding back at the apartments.
No way. He's back. Adrian's back. This is gonna be good.
You gonna be well with you?
Yeah. I mean, I didn't leave. She knows the situation to why I left. I don't think she should mind.
I don't think she should mind. I don't think it's gonna matter at all. She should be fine with it.
My plan is to come home to a wife.
Now that is the face of a menacing supervillain, dude. Oh my god. That's the face of a dude who's just been on a 3-day bender without texting his wife and is being way too optimistic.
Adrian, what was the last conversation you and I had?
That we went to dinner.
First text message I sent to you was, are you okay? Actually, where the is my phone? Where's my phone? Where's my phone?
I don't know, maybe you did.
I did. I absolutely did, because the difference between you and I, Adrian, I do ask how you're feeling.
Make sure you keep reading. But like you say, you read.
This guy is the worst.
No, left. Pack my bag, please, when you get back.
You hadn't heard the story at the time.
Adrian,
you hadn't heard the story at the time.
I also love that every time Adrian speaks, they have to put subtitles on the screen because no one knows what the fuck he's saying, like, ever.
I'm not allowing it. I'm not allowing it. You the bullshit narrative.
No, I'm not always wrong.
I love how he's also, like, not apologizing. He's just like, oh, so I'm always wrong. I don't throw this word around lightly, okay? But this seems like Adrian is a gaslighter. Kind of the vibes I'm getting.
Oh, first in.
First ones. Ah.
Can we just take a minute to admire that door right there? Look at that. Look at that architecture. Might I add, the editing in MAFS at times is just like horrible. It is never sequential. And I think that means in sequence of time, but I actually don't know. I could have made that word up. They need to just like stop putting liquid in glasses in MAFS, because most of the time it'll go to one cut and it'll be like empty glass, and then it'll go to the front one and it'll be like half full glass. If you just really focus on the liquids when you watch this show, they'll change all the time. And I love how they bring out the least controversial couples first, so everyone sees the shit ones walk in like later, and then everyone's just like, ugh. You can tell they got a good budget for this show because they're taking the underground toll road. That shit's not cheap.
Like, they've been separate all week, fighting at Beth and TJ's wedding.
Did anyone just hear how shit they cut up that audio track?
Fighting at Beth and TJ's wedding.
Bro, like, they make them sound like a robot sometimes, dude. So Ryan and Jackie have had like one of the most problematic relationships out of anyone, I think. And I don't think one of them is better than the other at all. Like, he's literally Andrew Tate's biggest fan, and she just seems like low-key kind of a little bit unstable. She has like terrible balance. Did you see that fall earlier? And then Athena walks in, which is Adrian's girl, and what's the bet? Adrian's gonna walk in halfway through this shit. I can almost guarantee that's gonna happen. That's gonna make the promo for sure. Hey!
Can't get rid of me that easy, bro.
Oh, what did I say? The supervillain walks in and says,
"Can't get rid of me that easy, bro."
That's exactly what a supervillain would say.
I'm not an emotional type of guy, but I left because out of 10 people, 9 went and I didn't. Did no one think about me?
Oh, he just sucks. He sucks so much.
Smile. Look cute when you smile. There you go.
This guy is a supervillain. You're not getting on the promo because no one knows what the fuck you're saying ever. That's the reason, bro.
Look cute when you smile.
No, that was actually just an insane thing to say. I love the expert's reaction, just like, oh.
No, don't try and pay a compliment.
And then he puts on an absolute Adrian Superman masterclass and goes and sits next to the girl that he went on a date with that he ditched his wife for. Just an absolute knob masterclass. Like, this is all time. You kind of have to respect it. You do, like a little bit.
Elliot, again.
Jesus Christ.
Listen to the pure joy and just look at Adrian's reaction when he sees one of his boys walk in that door. Oh, get fucked. Oh, fucking God. Oh, get fucked. Adrian's wife only dreams that one day he will react like that when he sees her. She can only dream that he'll react like that one day. So yeah, Elliot's back with a new girl and no one else knew. And so now they're all at a dinner party. Elliot is like getting interviewed by everyone being like, oh, why are you back and stuff? You know, the new wife's meeting the old wife and the new wife's listening to what the old wife's saying about Elliot.
Well, I've done her a favour.
What?
You haven't done her a favour. Elliot, so you're okay with how you treated Lauren?
Yeah.
On the right here, we've got the new husband, and he's just asked that. Ellie's just gone, yeah, treat her like shit. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Yeah, whatever.
He said, if you ever say anything about me that's not like really positive, it actually just makes you look bad. That's how it works.
The funniest thing about this is that he's getting asked all these questions and like she's saying all this stuff about him when his new wife is right next to him. And he's like, you gonna believe her? You gonna believe her? Get a load of this.
You said that I liked handbags, that I didn't
love
go to
handbags.
You said you didn't want a...
Can you believe this shit?
That didn't happen.
At the restaurant, you had about 5 margaritas, so you might not remember.
Oh my God.
Don't even, mate.
Well, it's the truth.
Oh, well, it's the truth. You had about 5 margaritas, so you probably won't actually remember because you're actually an alcoholic. So it's not me, it's you. You're actually the alcoholic here. So leaving this shit, she's a fucking alcoholic. Get a load of this shit. Come on. I can smell the tequila on her breath from here. That's a crazy thing to say. Bro, he's making such a good impression on this new girl. Like, I'm sure she's just absolutely infatuated with him right now. Now, we're still at the dinner party and Ryan is getting a bit of airtime. Remember we just talked about Ryan? Well, him and his wife trying to work on the relationship a bit more. And everyone's got some questions for them.
So I'm looking to go around the room and I can see some extremely happy relationships. I do feel like Ryan and I are now the strongest couples again, ironically. And I want other people in the group to kind of see that.
No, listen. She came
Ryan,
to you.
okay, Ryan, you could take this as an opportunity to say some nice things about me.
Oh, okay. See what I mean by she's a bit weird. She's just completely interrupted a conversation to be like, guys, let's name 3 of your favorite things about me. Like, it's just gross, man. It's so gross. I also love, I don't know if you guys can notice, but you can kind of like tell as the night progresses, as the dinner party progresses, how much drunker they get.
You said I'm done with the wedding. You said you're done with Jackie.
I was done with that conversation.
Did he say he's not done with Jackie at the table at the wedding?
I said you're either done with this relationship or are you done with Jackie? And you said yes, at this moment I am.
These boys is giving Ryan a pretty hard time right now. What's Ryan gonna say?
The loudest in the room often has the most to hide.
You cannot say that.
Ryan just dropped some Andrew Tate bars on him right then, just like out of nowhere. Knowledge. Loudest in the room often has the most to hide. Just like for no reason. As obviously the other bloke's visibly confused, like what? What the fuck is this guy saying?
You left your ring on the counter. That's what I walked into, an empty apartment, a ring on the counter, and a text message from you telling me to pack your bags. To walk in today and deflect the situation back on me by questioning my integrity as to why I want you back.
Oh, I fucking hate Adrian so much. How? Jeez, this guy sucks. Also, Adrian's eyebrows are like on fleek.
She calls me, she's messaged me, hey Adrian, you're leaving, you're ruining my experience.
I never once said that. I never read my text messages.
You're gaslighting because you missed half part of the story.
Oh, so he does know what gaslighting is. Oh my God, that is so crazy that he's saying she's gaslighting. Nah, that is wild, Adrian, coming from you.
This is the problem here. You females, you can use deflective.
Oh my God. You females don't use it. You females use it.
Actually, why were you out for dinner, Sierra, Saturday night?
All right, let me get to it. If someone is clearly upset, I always just try to listen to both sides. And on that night, Sarah, she looked upset. I was just trying to help.
Yeah, this other wife looked upset, so I was just trying to help her. Bro, help your own wife. How about help your own wife?
Or you can't have a girlfriend, and if we're bonding and she feels like I'm the only person here that she can talk to and get things off her chest, and so be it. I'll be that guy. I'm happy to be that person. I mean, I'm only human, right?
Bro is a literal supervillain. That is the face of a man who's just like, I'm gonna take your girl, bro. Okay, well, that's the end of episode 16. I wanted to quickly look at episode 18. We're not gonna watch the full thing, but there's little bits that I want to show you. The couples meet the families and friends. Ryan's talking about the comment he made, because for some reason, Ryan always feels a need to bring up the bad shit he's done and tell everyone when he doesn't have to do that. Just keep your mouth shut. But it makes for just like a fantastic moment.
One thing I was about to be called out and I've got to take ownership of, said to the group, I said, oh, you know, it's not all bad. She gives awesome. They obviously were a little bit shocked by it.
For me, a gentleman doesn't kiss and tell.
No, he didn't kiss and tell. He got sucked off and told, actually. The main reason I wanted to watch this episode is because we want to watch the Adrian lunch. The Adrian and his wife having lunch with a family and friends. It's gonna be good. Let's watch it. So Adrian's invited his 2 twin sisters and a friend, and she's invited just her twin sister. She's got a twin sister as well, which is just mind-blowing. And she's been telling her sister about Adrian the whole time and everything that happened.
She's been telling me some pretty unsettling things about her husband, Adrian.
So pretty much they're having lunch. Adrian's friend, not even the sisters, Adrian's friend starts to speak up and like interrupting everyone speaking and saying that Adrian's not being treated well.
Okay, so what I'm hearing is this is all about Adrian right now.
Adrian's not being treated well.
I sugarcoat it. I very much sugarcoat it.
That's not on me.
Yeah, that's you not communicating properly.
No, actually, no.
This is just like insane. She obviously has no idea what she's talking about. And I also found out that she's actually made a book, like a cookbook, and she's getting flamed on Instagram currently just for this episode of the show, because she's actually an influencer, and I guess she was speaking up to try and save face, and it hasn't worked out in her favor. They have a big argument. The 2 sisters and the friend walk out, storm out. Let's just have a look.
I've not been once asked by you how my son is. I actually have brought up my son a few times, just randomly here and there, and that's actually true.
Oh my God, shut up. Who are you? Who even are you? Is this the cast of Mean Girls, bro? Also, where is this? Can you see the ratio between those chips and that dip? That is a huge bowl of chips. They've got more than 1 bowl. Like, that is insane. So Adrian hasn't even asked about her son, the whole experiment. So she's got a son and he hasn't said anything about it.
She is the best mum there is. You are ratchet.
Bro, fuck your cookbook. Oh my God, that food looks so good though.
They are not good enough to be in your life. He is definitely not good enough to be in my nephew's life. And
No,
I
no,
will never,
no.
ever,
You know
you
what?
deserve more than this.
Actually, I don't need to listen to this shit.
It's a pointless conversation.
Bye.
It's like...
Oh, sorry, anyway.
Bye. Yeah, get them out of here. That's actually dangerous. Yeah, that's a good point. You would not want them around your child. And then one of the sisters comes back and keeps going, bro. Oh my God, the audacity, the audacity.
I'm not going to tolerate this kind of behavior anymore.
Okay.
Walk along. Goodbye, babe.
You're just not worth it, honey.
You are not worth it. Trust me. You, your brother, no one.
Damn, bro. Yeah, they all fucking suck.
We all gave up something.
And
So
it's
we're all
not
in the
just
same
because
boat.
you have a son that you've given up more.
Yeah, I've given up just as much as her. I've given up time away from my job. I've given up time away from my dog.
What? Adrian just said, I've given up time away from my dog. Bro, she's got a literal human child. Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna wrap that up there. I can't believe he's just said that. Adrian's taken time away, generously enough, away from his dog. Okay, so that's good. Okay, well, I think it's pretty fair to say that the whole of Australia has chosen the worst bloke of the year award, and it goes to Adrian. I've been recording for 2 hours, so I'm going a little insane. So I'm going to wrap it up there. Thanks, guys, for watching. I love you all. It's good to be back. I'll see you guys very soon, and please subscribe. I'm asking this every time now. You know the drill. You know the drill. Love you guys. Bye.